back again. All right, I figured today I wanted to do an oracle and tarot reading. It just felt really called to pull more oracle this time. So I have the Life Purpose oracle cards, the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins oracle cards, as well as this Moonology Manifestation oracle deck. All right, I will go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the Life Purpose ones, and then we'll draw from the other piles here. So let's see, in terms of life purpose, and life purpose is not necessarily, this is what you do for the rest of your life, and this is what you're meant to do for the rest of your life. Your life purpose can mean so many things. As long as you find purpose in what you do, you'll find a life purpose in that. It doesn't necessarily mean you just have one job and that's it, or maybe you have multiple jobs. Maybe you do only have one job, but it doesn't even have to be a job. Your life purpose can be something more hobby-oriented, creative, contributive, you know. But let's just see. Let's see what comes through. If you're questioning like where you're at in life, what you're wanting to do, maybe you're not really feeling like you're in alignment anymore with what you're doing. Let's see if this will bring some clarity and guidance. So let's just see what wants to come out for life purpose here. I'm just going to pull one life purpose. Spirit, what do you have for the viewer? What is the life purpose card? Life purpose. I'm just going to take this one. I'm not going to take the one that fell out over here. All right, so the first card that we have is practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. So I know the picture showcases a musician, someone who plays an instrument. That could be you. You might play an instrument. You might be interested in playing an instrument. You might have just started playing an instrument, and an instrument doesn't have to just be something physical, like outside of yourself. An instrument can also be your voice. But also, it doesn't have to be music. It can be any new skill that you've just picked up or you're really interested in learning, and you're being reminded, encouraged, or advised to really take into account that anything new you do, anything new you start is going to be challenging, and it's going to be scary because you're not going to be good at it. You could be a natural, right, at something, but you're gonna need to practice every single day. What do they say? 15 minutes a day can, I don't want to say it can make you an expert, but you can become really proficient and have a lot of expertise in something when you practice it daily for at least 15 minutes. So there's something here that you're either just starting, you're really curious about, you're about to take action on, but you are being encouraged to practice every single day, at least apply yourself every single day, because it's going to take that level of dedication and desire to see the real true results of what your efforts can manifest for you. How can you create this in your life and make it beyond something that's just kind of there and it's just something you kind of do? It's truly something you live, breathe, and eat. I get the sense that this is something maybe like you really want to commit to, and maybe it's a big commitment. Maybe it's something that in order to be good at this thing, it's not just like a smaller task or an easier task. And I don't want to say like everything's relative, right? But sometimes like maybe learning to, that's a good example. It's really anything. Like say you're like, I really just want to be able to draw really good stick figures. This is a terrible example, but you know, I don't want to say that's art, but that's still artistic expression. It's fun. Say you're really good at drawing 2D cartoon drawings, maybe flat comics, drawings or something really flat. And you're good at that, right? Maybe you have a natural talent. Maybe you've always kind of done it. It's not like perfection, but it's just enjoyable. But there's more that you want to do with it. And maybe there's like another class or another skill set or another level that you want to reach. And it means in order to get there, you have to get out of your comfort zone and really apply yourself in a way that just challenges you to grow and to build those skills and to be able to achieve this next like level or step up. And say you're wanting to move into watercolor, or you're wanting to move into something that's more 3D real life in terms of either it's hand drawing or painting. Very just I'm trying to give you an easy example here, but it could be something like that. It could also just be it's a skill that maybe there's a skill in life where you're like, oh, I can learn to just do this, and it doesn't really take a whole lot of effort. I can be good at it in like a couple weeks, versus something that would take you months, if not years, to really perfect and be good at it. But ultimately, whatever that thing is that you want to do, it's going to take I don't want to say a long time. It's going to take a lot of effort. So you're just being encouraged and advised, hey, be mindful. You want to get to this place, you need to commit. Not commit to the thing, but commit to yourself. Just commit to you doing it because it's something that you really ultimately want. And this life purpose, so being a life purpose card, in order to, maybe you're already living your life purpose. Maybe you're already doing something you enjoy, but you're new at it, okay? And you're realizing, oh, like, I really like this. This brings me so much joy and fulfillment. I feel so deeply fulfilled doing this thing, whatever it is. I'm creating this thing. I'm sharing this thing. I'm, building this thing, whatever that is. But you're really new in it. And it doesn't just stop there. This is your life purpose. This is something you're going to build into your life purpose. Maybe it is a new skill and it's something outside of what you do day to day for income, for work. And you're just being told this is something that's going to be a part of your life, and it's going to serve that great purpose in your life for joy and fulfillment and helping people, helping yourself too. But in order to like really bring that fruition in and really build it to the level you want it to be, and to get where you want to go in this journey, this is going to take a lot of effort and practice to really refine your skills and to become that expert in this thing. At least just really good at it for you to see the level of success that you want to see. So you could already be doing this, whatever this thing is, or you're about to step into something. Maybe you're about to step into something new and it's really exciting, but it's going to take a lot of practice and a lot of application, a lot of dedication, to really see the fruits of your labor, to see that outcome come to life, and how it affects others around you, or how it makes an impact in your life directly. I get the feeling that for most of you, this is something you're just about to start doing, or you just started doing it. And you might not be quite aware. You might not be so much aware that what you're just starting or getting into is actually a huge part of your life purpose. You might think it's just for fun, but this is a long haul. It's going to be something you do for like the rest of your life. And I'm not going to say it's the only thing you do or it's the only way that you do it, because so many things that we do and create in our lives can evolve and change into other expressions. And it does seem like though, whatever this is, it's like just now entering your life, you're just now like taking this new thing on or learning about it, or you're just about to. It could be you're taking action or something's coming into your life to help you step into this thing that's going to require this level of commitment. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. What else, Spirit, can we get? Something supplemental, something else. There it is. Rest. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. You might have been working, okay. So I was picking up that it's something really new, possibly for some of you. Either 2 messages, you're going to start doing something, you're just starting something, and it is taking a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of effort. And you're being encouraged here to remember and remind yourself to take breaks and to take rest, because you will need it. You'll need your energy to continue to do this thing that does require a lot of energy. The other flip side of that is, if this is something you've already been doing, whatever this is that feels really purpose-led in your life, that you're not getting that you're not getting enough rest, and you're being encouraged to take a step back and rest. And I don't want to say it's this one thing that's draining life force, right? Or it's, taking away your energy. This takes a lot of energy to do, but life is about balance. There's a lot of things that go on in our lives daily. And so it could just be, hey, instead of today you do the dishes and the laundry and, typical house chores, instead, how about you just take, 10 minutes to meditate, and maybe plan to get ready for bed sooner tonight and get a really good night's rest, and just take this evening to just relax. Take a break from the practice. Take a break from the daily grind. So something like that, a trade-off in order for you to rest, but also find balance in your daily life around just finding balance in your daily life with this, as well as just other things. I think the need for rest is one, reminding yourself to take the rest and the breaks when you need it, but also just totally just zoned out there. Well, yeah, taking the breaks and the rest when you need it, and then also being encouraged to step back and actually this is draining, or too much is going on in your life, and you're going to need your rest for the next step or the next level. I'm going to pull one from the Moonology Manifestation. Spirit, what else can you say regarding this spread? Okay, I didn't like how all those came out at once. They popped out in front of me, but what else can you say about this spread, Spirit? Regarding this spread, the message so far. That one wants to come. Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. Okay. So, I am getting that whatever this is that you're doing, maybe if you have a lot of pent-up emotion, or you're experiencing a lot of flux emotionally, I think that whatever this is something that you can express through. Like, say you have a lot of energy pent up, maybe there's frustration, maybe you're angry about something. It's okay to be angry, it's a sacred emotion. But maybe you're upset and you're angry about something, you're really sad, or you have a lot of love in your heart. Whatever it is that you're just feeling a little bit overwhelmed by, and I'm not saying being overwhelmed by love is a bad thing, but whatever that energy is, maybe you would just really want to express what's on your heart, what you're feeling. And the safest way for you to do that is by expressing it through this purpose-led action. If this is something really creative, so if it's traditionally artistic, like art or music or singing or dancing, it could be you needing to express more of those emotions through that creative outlet. It could also be that working through your emotions might mean you needing to take rest away from something. So this doesn't have to be artistic. I'm being more called to it being artistic because we have music or musician being depicted in the image. But it could also be that this is something that feels very purpose-led. Maybe it's more technical, it's more analytical, it's more complex and structured in whatever it is, but it feels so purpose-led. And it means learning a lot of new skills and things that you just don't know and you don't know how to do well. And that's okay. Maybe it's creating a lot of frustration because, we beat ourselves up when we feel like we don't get something right away. We don't get it right. We get it wrong constantly. We keep making mistakes. That's all part of learning. But it can be really exhausting to, constantly feel that like back and forth or go through those cycles of always learning and making mistakes. Remember, making mistakes is part of the learning process. It's a good thing that you can make mistakes. But I feel like this is saying if you're feeling like, say, frustrated because you are right now, I am seeing 5:55 on the clock. Sorry, on my time clock, not the not the video. I think that if you got a lot of pent up frustration or anger or something about your ability to learn and to understand, I think that you're being encouraged that you need this rest and taking those breaks in order to work through all of those emotions that you do have. Aries, I guess, is that sign that can be really passionate and really driven and really just wants it and chases and pursues what they really want, with like fervent energy. Is that the right word? Fervent? Anyway, they're passionate and they're driven. And I think that there's a lot of energy that wants to move forward, but maybe you're feeling stuck or held back in this energy simply because you need rest. And when you start to feel like you're going back and forth, or you're hitting a roadblock, or you're hitting your head on the wall, or whatever, it can be very just, your emotions can get the best of you. So safely express those emotions, take a break, take rest, get some really good sleep if that's what you need, meditate, do yoga, work out, whatever that is, dance, whatever it is that feels good to express, or express it through whatever it is that you're doing here, as long as you're expressing it safely. So there is something there that you're doing that's purpose-led, something you just started, something you're curious about, you're exploring, you're being guided to take breaks, to rest in between. For some of you, whatever this is going to require a lot more rest in order for you to be successful at it. I feel like that's really anything, but sometimes when you're working with energy, and artistic expression is very energetic. So when you're working with energy, it can be really exhausting. But regardless of whatever it is you're doing, it does require you taking away the time that you need to recharge and reset. Using this as a safe place to express what you're feeling, and or stepping back from it when you feel like it's not making progress, or you're not making progress moving forward. But whatever this is, you're living in a purpose right now. It's not your life purpose, but you're living in purpose, whatever this is that you're doing. All right, let me pull some tarot and get a little bit of clarification on this. Let's just see what comes out. Let's get a clarifier, please, on the practice. Man, I'm feeling really just like reading this. I just feel like I need to take a breath. I need to go sit down. There is something here that is very draining, and I'm not saying this is a negative thing. It feels like you're super drained, and you're just putting everything you've got into this, but also you might be like doing a lot. Six of Swords. This is the card about peace, moving into calmer waters. If you were in a spot where, I want to show this, but okay. If you're in a spot where you're overwhelmed, you don't have to have drama or anything around you, right? Nothing negative. But if you're in a place where you're like, it just feels chaotic, and that could just be life right now. Life's just a little bit chaotic. I think the guidance here is guidance, and the encouragement, knowing that you're moving into something more peaceful, you're moving into calmer waters. Whether you're aware of it or not, you're going to start to intuitively do what you need to do in order to create this peace in your life. You might have been feeling really burnt out, because I was, like I said, I was just feeling really exhausted right there, like super drained. And I think that you're going to start to intuitively do what you need to do to make sure you have the rest that you need, take care of yourself in the ways that you need, in order to keep fulfilling this life purpose card. So if you're like, oh, I'm so stressed, I'm so exhausted, when is it going to end? It's just all happening all at once, just overwhelmed, that life, personal, professional, friends, family, all the things, all of it's happening all at once. And it's just, what do? I don't even know how to, navigate every day. Maybe you're just like that. This is just letting you know that things are going to start to shift in a more peaceful direction, where it's not going to always feel so chaotic. I just had this really big desire to take like a huge deep breath. And I think that you need to take a really big deep breath right now. Huge deep breath, big sigh out, make noise, big sigh if you need to. It always feels good. All right, we had 3 cards flip out. So on top of this, let's see, we have the Knight of Cups, the Judgment card, and the 10 of Wands. Don't mind me covering the cards. Let's just put these out so you can get a good glimpse. So there is some action here. Yeah, I really do feel like whatever is going on for you, in order for you to really like pursue this passion, this purpose, whatever that is, in order for you to really keep going after it and tackling it and really chasing it, living, breathing, eating it, and applying your best self, for your highest good, there's going to be some things that you're going to have to take some action on to put down the burdens that you're experiencing. And that could very well just be you're doing too much outside of this. So like you're taking on too many activities at home, you're doing too many things. If you have a partner, awesome, delegate, ask for help and support. If you have friends that can help you out with that, whatever it is in life, ask for that. Ask your family. If you are very single or very alone right now and you're just doing everything on your own, I think the message I'm getting here is that it's time for you to just cut the cords, not with a person, it could be a person, but with whatever is burdening you. So whatever is like your greatest burden right now, something that's really stressful, really overwhelming, create a plan for yourself. So this is the only example I can think of. Say in your personal life, I'll just leave that for now. Say in your personal life, you've got a lot of things going on at home every day, right? This is life. We do the laundry, we do the dishes, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to eat. These are basic needs, basic things that have to happen for life to keep happening at home. And that happens typically outside of our jobs or outside of the work that we do. And then you have your work and whatever that is. And then you have your creative outlets, or you have your hobbies, or you have your whatever. So you have yourself placed in so many different areas of your life. And maybe you're doing all of the things all the time, every day. Instead, maybe you should shift it up and say, from now on, I'm only going to do laundry on this day in my week. I'm not doing it every day to keep it going and keep it out of sight. I'm going to let it build up, and then on this day in the evening, that's when I do my laundry. Maybe if you live alone, maybe your dishwasher gets filled all the way up through a week or through a few days. Maybe once a week, you run the dishwasher, or twice a week you run the dishwasher and you do the dishes. Maybe you don't do it every day if you hand wash, right? Or something. Maybe there's something where you trade off the time that you would normally put to something mundane, traditional, or typical, expected in your life, and structure your day differently so that you can have more rest in your day, more balance, more peace, but also more time to put to this, because this is extremely important. And I think that this, between this Judgment, the Knight of Cups is you taking action. This is you saying, I need this. If I want this, I need to take care of myself. Like, this Rest card feels very important regarding that. The Judgment here is Spirit saying you need to get real with yourself and get balanced. What matters the most, and take action to prioritize and plan your day. It doesn't have to be huge changes either. It can be small, minor changes, but those changes make a huge difference. But there is something here about moving into calmer, more peaceful times ahead. But that's going to be when you decide to drop the burdens of the load that you're carrying. Like, there's a lot here. And I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't think it's like you've got so much going on, like all these obligations or commitments, but it could just simply be life is just a lot right now. And Judgment is like the judgment call, like putting down the burdens, creating the boundaries with yourself too. Maybe, and this is super random, and I don't do this. Maybe you're someone who calls a certain friend every single day. You guys talk on the phone for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half every single night. And while you love this friend, they love you, and you guys are best buddies, and you guys get along like peas and carrots, and it's what you do every single day, it could be really exhausting. Maybe you don't realize how exhausted you are after this call. And maybe that hour to hour and a half, you could be spending practicing on this thing, or you could be going to bed, or you could be, taking a break and meditating or working out. Maybe you can shift that call to like 3 times a week if you just have to make that call. So just things like that, small tweaks. But there's definitely something here. It's like, in order to be this and continue to do this and move into that life path, or that life purpose that is so abundant, so fruitful, and it's going to require a lot of your energy and time, but it's going to be rewarding. You got to prioritize yourself. And maybe you're feeling really confused and just like frustrated. Like, I don't want to have to give these things up. I don't want to have to let go of this. I don't want to change this in my life. I like it. There's a lot of emotions there around being attached to this version of yourself, this idea of who you are and how you are. And that's not wrong. But if you want change in your life and you want to, improve in other areas, you have to make shifts in your life too and accommodate this area. And that might mean trading off in different places. Might mean you're not watching Netflix every single night. Maybe you give up that subscription just so it doesn't encourage you to do so. It would open up so much time. And it doesn't have to be forever. It can just be temporary. So that is what I'm picking up here, is that you are already doing this life purpose. You're living in your purpose by stepping into something that you really love, you've always loved, or you're really interested in. And get heavier on the music side just because of the image, and it doesn't have to be. It can be anything, but whatever makes you feel so fulfilled deep down. And it's going to require to be this amazing at something that is going to lead to something with a long-term, like, fruitful outcome. It's going to require you to make trade-offs and prioritize your health and allow yourself to feel what you're feeling regarding the changes taking place in your life, as long as you safely express those emotions and those feelings with the right people, and maybe through whatever it is that you're doing. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Again, I think you need to take a deep ass breath, because I just felt so heavy and so exhausted reading this. I think whoever I'm reading this for, you're really burnt out, you're really tired. This is something you love, and you're not able to give it what it really needs, and it requires this, but your life requires this in order to be the absolute best here and to see the most most positive outcome. So your advice, taking action, dropping the burdens, cutting out things that are weighing you down. Like, look at her. She's like, oh, like judgment. This is judgment card, but like letting it go. Let it go. Just let go of whatever you're holding on to, and you start to feel lighter when you're ready to accept letting go of things that are holding you back or weighing you down. And peace is on the horizon. Promise you. Peace is on the horizon. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you enjoyed this message. I hope it resonated for some of you, all of you. If you want, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss another video. But thanks for watching, and until next time.